So I'm going to read from this book because this is worth coming here for the weekend just to hear these paragraphs. This is phenomenal. Normally our need to escape from unpleasant feelings is so urgent we do not give ourselves the time to discover where these feelings actually come from. Suppose that someone we have helped responds with ingratitude, or our partner fails to return our affection, or a colleague or boss continuously tries to belittle us and undermine our confidence. These things hurt, and our instinctive reaction is to try immediately to escape from the painful feelings in our mind by becoming defensive, blaming the other person, retaliating, or simply hardening our heart. So we are terrified of unpleasant feelings, even the slightest one. The slightest one comes and we pick the phone up. I can't sit with this feeling. You know, this feeling, this little fidgety. What it is, it's background, very low level self-grasping. It's caused by having this focus on ourselves, and it makes us fidget and it makes it feel uncomfortable. So what we need to do is lose this fear of this. So it's just a feeling, it doesn't matter. So, you know, some people are being told to do this, isn't it? Don't pick your phone up for an hour. You know, they're not told in view of a permanent solution. It's just to sort of reduce this behaviour because it's getting pervasive. It's everywhere. Someone bumped into me the other day. It's not like I don't stand out in the street and just walked straight into me because they had a mobile phone they were looking at. You know, I see the school children in the morning from my window walking to school, and it's tipping down with rain, and none of them have got coats or umbrellas, and they've all just got their phone in the tipping down rain walking through this. Anyway, I'm going to go off on a rant now. So, the other thing that we do is we're desperate to get pleasant feelings. So what we need to do is forget about these things. We can generate pleasant feelings easily in meditation. They come from within our mind anyway, so we don't need external stimulation. That actually interferes with things. But if we want to be happy and be patient, we've got to stop being so concerned about feelings. Because when we get an unpleasant feeling, we get angry. And then we get angry when people block things that we think are going to cause pleasant feelings. So feelings have got us by a stranglehold, and that's all they are, they're feelings. Just a couple of moments. But if we grip onto them, as it says here, you know, we try to escape them. So someone says, you're very selfish, and we think, I don't want this to land. You're a fine one talking. Just if I can bat it straight back, you know, before it actually lands. The other one is hardening our heart. It's a common one when someone criticizes you. Just say, oh, that person's an idiot. I don't have to listen to this. They're wrong. They're foolish. You know, and then you talk to your friends, and your friends say, yeah, they're a bit of an idiot. You go, oh, yeah, that's right. I'm still okay. I don't need to do any work. We've realized this person's talking nonsense. So there's all these sort of defense strategies, and they're not doing us any good. So this is a really fundamental problem, feelings. This is guiding our whole life and everything. And most of our negativity comes from trying to get pleasant feelings. Unfortunately, by reacting so quickly, we do not give ourselves the time to see what is actually going on in our mind. In reality, the painful feelings that arise on such occasions are not intolerable. They're only feelings, a few moments of bad weather in the mind, with no power to cause us any lasting harm. There's no need to take them so seriously. I found a lovely Kadampa picture the other day. There was a picture of a man, and this little puppy was chewing his foot. And it said, the painful feelings that occur in such times are not intolerable. And it's not, is it? You're quite happy to leave a puppy chew your foot. You wouldn't let an adult human chew your foot, though, would you? So what this is basically saying is when we panic and exaggerate these feelings, they get very unpleasant. So it starts off as a little feeling, and if you panic, you turn into a big one. So all delusions happen like this. They start off small. So the first meditation is trying to catch them and do something. And we can do something with this meditation. We can say there's no need to escalate this into something ridiculous. It's just a little feeling. And if we can get used to a little bit of discomfort, then it doesn't grow into something, and very soon we stop feeling uncomfortable. It's like having toothache, isn't it? It's not very nice, and after a couple of weeks it just fades into the background. You're just slightly aware of some sort of ache. So that's what this technique is about. And it says, just as there's room in the sky for a thunderstorm, so there is room in the vast space of our mind for a few painful feelings. And just as the storm has no power to destroy the sky, unpleasant feelings have no power to destroy our mind. So this is very, very useful to think, because if we have an unpleasant feeling, that can't harm us, but if we grasp onto it, we can have a nervous breakdown. I remember my teacher saying to me once, he said, if you grasp onto two contradictory things, then you're going to give yourself problems. And the example he gave was, you might think, I want to become a monk, but I'm also desperate to start a family. One of them is going to have to go. We can't do both of them. So what usually happens with a lot of people, after a bit of a tussle, you come to a decision, isn't it? You're going to do one of these things. But if you can't let go of them, you give yourself a nervous breakdown. But that's not coming from the painful feelings, it's coming from the way we're reacting to them. So this is basically saying, don't turn these things into dangerous things. They're low-level feelings, they're not that important. And because we grasp strongly, we actually cause ourselves lots and lots of problems. So this technique is a way of dealing with the feelings before they become problems.